All right, let's just cut right to it. The noise around AI is, well, it's deafening, isn't it? You feel like you're either a step behind or you're lost in the hype. But today, we're going to cut through all that. We are going to lay out a clear, no-nonsense playbook for service businesses, a way to stop just tinkering with AI and start actually engineering real, measurable revenue with it.
And this quote just nails it. We're at a point where simply having AI isn't the competitive advantage anymore. The real win, the way you actually grow your business and protect your bottom line, is all about what you build on top of it. It's not about adoption, it's about application.
So, let's talk about the big problem. There is a massive disconnect between the promise of AI and the results that most businesses are actually seeing. I like to call it the AI productivity gap. It's that chasm between your employees using some cool new tools and your company's bank account actually getting healthier.
Now, on the surface, things look kind of promising. One study found that people using generative AI are saving about 5.4% of their work week. That's more than 2 hours for a full-time employee, which is great. But that's only half the story.
Because here's the other side of that coin. Even with those individual time savings, by the end of 2025, only about 18% of firms had really adopted AI in a meaningful, company-wide way. You see that huge gap between individual use and actual business strategy? That's where opportunity lives, for sure, but it's also where so many businesses are getting completely stuck.
And look, this isn't some abstract problem happening in a vacuum. Let's make this real. Take a field like optometry. A staggering 69% of practice owners say inflation is squeezing them dry, and 72%, almost 3/4, are struggling just to find and keep good staff. These people don't have the luxury for productivity experiments. They need solutions that deliver financial results, like yesterday.
Which brings us to the solution. The way you close that productivity gap is through what we call the agentic shift. Now, agentic is just a fancy word for creating systems that can act on their own to achieve a specific goal. This is a huge change in thinking. It's about moving away from buying more apps and tools and moving towards installing a new, smart layer right inside your business.
So what exactly is an agentic operating layer? Let's break it down. First, it's a system, not just one tool. It's made up of automated workflows that work like a digital crew for your team. The really critical part? It sits on top of the software you already pay for, your scheduling, your billing, all of it. And its entire job, its only purpose, is to drive outcomes you can actually count, like more revenue and better cash flow.
And take a look at this. This flowchart just perfectly lays it out. You're not buying another app that doesn't talk to anything else. No, you're installing an orchestration layer. It's something that connects all the moving parts, your team, your clients, your schedule, your billing, and makes the whole system work together smarter to hit your business goals.
Okay, I know what you're thinking. That all sounds great in theory, but does it actually work? Well, let's get to the proof. We're going to walk through a very specific, proven playbook from the optometry world to show you exactly how this agentic shift generates real-world, bottom-line results.
See, before you can improve a business, you have to know how to measure it, right? In optometry, owners live and die by these 5 numbers, these key performance indicators. They track how full the schedule is, how many people don't show up, how many buy glasses after their exam, and how fast the practice actually gets paid. These are the numbers that truly matter.
And this is where the magic happens. We can draw a straight line from every single one of those critical numbers to a specific agentic workflow. Worried about empty slots on the schedule? An agent automatically texts your waitlist the second a cancellation happens. It gets filled. Done. Struggling with no shows? An agent sends smart confirmations that people can actually reply to. This isn't abstract theory. It's a direct solution to their biggest financial headaches.
Now, this is the part that every business owner needs to hear. This is not about finding new money in your budget for AI. This is about taking the money you are already losing from those empty appointments, from your staff's time chasing down claims, and reallocating it to a system that plugs the leaks and actively makes you more money. The system literally pays for itself.
Okay, so the optometry playbook is incredibly powerful. But here's what gets really exciting. It's not a one-trick pony. This is a scalable model that you can adapt for pretty much any service business that runs on appointments.
Just think about the core DNA of your business for a second. An optometry practice has appointment scheduling. Well, so do law firms. So do physical therapists. They have patient intake. You have client intake. They deal with billing and insurance. You deal with billing and invoicing. You see? The fundamental operations are incredibly similar across a ton of different industries.
And this table just shows you exactly how it all plugs together. Those same scheduling and messaging agents from optometry, you can port them over to a dermatology clinic to drive high-margin cash pay procedures. That same reminder system, it can boost visit volume for a physical therapy practice. The model is built to be cloned, adapted, and scaled.
So, the big question, how do you actually make this happen? We've talked about the what and the why. Now, let's get to the how. And this isn't some vague 5-year plan. This is an actionable roadmap you can start on in the next 90 days.
The plan is simple and it's focused. In the first 2 weeks, you just deploy one workflow and get your baseline numbers. By day 30, the only goal is to prove a measurable win in just one key area. From there, you stabilize it, you expand, and then you're ready to scale. It's all about a disciplined step-by-step approach, no guesswork. And this isn't just talk. Here is what that discipline looks like in practice. This isn't a wish list. It's a structured, engineering-grade roadmap laid out for you. You can see the phases here, moving methodically from that initial design and deployment to hardening those workflows into templates, and finally, to scaling into new markets. This is how you build a repeatable, revenue-generating machine, not just a bunch of one-off projects.
So I'll leave you with this one question. As you look at your own business, at your own operations, ask yourself, is it truly designed to drive scalable growth? Or is it really just designed to keep up with the day-to-day chaos? Because the agentic shift is the difference between proactively engineering your future revenue and just reactively trying to survive the present. And that choice is yours.